Yo, 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 what up, 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 what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, family? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Oh, you can still hear the mucus in my body. It's going to be out soon, though, baby. My voice is going to be super clear this time next week, baby. No, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, my voice will be crystal clear. It'll sound like God is speaking to you. I promise you. When my voice get clear, no, I ain't got that. I ain't got that deep voice. My mama talking about Barry White back in the days. Nobody want to hear about Barry White back in the days, baby. We got Sugar Ray today. That's what we care about. But what's going on? What's going on? Happy Thursday. Happy Thankful, Thriving, and Therapeutic Thursday. I am extremely excited this morning. Spoke to a dear brother of mine today. Got some news from him yesterday. They say, be happy for your brother, be happy for your sister when they succeed as if it was your success, right? Be happy for your brother and your sister when they succeed, when they accomplish their goals, as if it was you accomplishing your own goals. And that's how I feel. The joy that I had on my face yesterday when my brother texted me this news, I was like smiling from ear to ear, man. I was reeling. Come on, I was like, what you smiling at? What you smiling at? Nah, we was both super happy, man. Listen, his brother. We're gonna talk about it in the show, though, man. But super happy. I am grateful that I can do that, right? Because there's some people for plethora of reasons that are not able to. That they get news from their friends, they get news from their family, they get news from people they say they love, and they're not always excited. They're not always happy for them, right? They don't always express that joy. So I expressed it literally yesterday in my facial response, right? My energy, right? As me and Mona spoke about the news that the brother shared, we spoke about it, we smiled, we laughed, we cheered, and then we gave him a call this morning, like, yo, what up? Top of the morning, player, right? But I'm in a really great mood today. I'm in great spirits. I've been in great spirits the last few days, man, as I've reassessed some goals and some steps I need to take to accomplish some goals that I thought I didn't even have, right? I got some goals that I didn't even know I had, man. But yeah, so I'm excited. I feel like a child, right? I feel like a child, like beaming with this excitement that something great is coming, that I'm embarking on an incredible journey that I know is going to be a long journey, right? But that's the adult in me. The adult in me knows it's going to be a long journey. The child in me, the youthful energy in me, doesn't care it's going to be a long journey, just knows that every step of the journey is going to be exciting. Every step of the journey, I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy the times when I got to wait. I'm going to enjoy the times when I'm going to enjoy every part of this journey, and I can't wait to really get in it so I can share with you guys. So I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to bring you guys on this journey with me, right? I just got to get a few things in order first, right? Make sure I'm taking the right steps and right, have some just a little more clarity in the direction and how to accomplish these new goals. And it's a long plan. It's a 10 to 20 year. Could be a little sooner, but 10 to 20 years, right? 10 to 20 years. That's the vision. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really grateful. It's a beautiful Thursday. It's gloomy. It was 61 degrees earlier. It might not be too much higher now. Only going up to 70 today, man. It went from freaking 90 to 60, 70 degrees. New York City is a bipolar place. And I often wonder, is the weather in New York bipolar because the people are bipolar? Or the people bipolar because the weather's bipolar? Which one came first, the chicken or the fucking egg? I don't fucking know. The people here are crazy. The weather here is crazy. New York is a crazy place. But it's the best place on earth. You heard? Because what happens here in New York happens nowhere else. The diversity, the magic, right? Especially summertime. Summer magic, even when it's chilly outside, even when the police are acting a damn fool, New York is still a magical fucking place. And this mucus needs to be magical and just disappear. Peace is my life. What's going on? Caitlin, what's going on? Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to hit this share button. We're going to share this live with 5 to 10 of our people who may be interested in tuning in. Don't keep the content to yourself. Don't be afraid to hit that share button and spread the love. Spread the love for your boy. Spread the love, spread the love, spread the love, yo. That's what it is about. It is about sharing love, sharing this good content. If you watch the show, encourage somebody else to watch the show. If you enjoy the content, share with somebody else who may also enjoy the content. Don't keep it to yourself, please. I implore you not to keep this show to yourself, because once it blows up, you're going to be like, yo, I knew. Yeah, you knew, but you didn't help it grow. right? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck, as they say. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? You smell me. Smell me, dog. It's real old school New York language. Smell me. Smell me, fam. But we're gonna get the show started right about now. We are gonna start this thing. Just share with a few more people right here. We're gonna get the show started. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marson. You're tuning in to SRDaily, episode 437. SRDaily is with personality meets enlightenment. We're here Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course Instagram Live. Sefusi and Kofa, what's going on? Mona Love, what's going on? Happy, thankful, therapeutic, and thriving Thursday. That is the educator. That is the educator. And we are going to start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is a word of the day on this Thursday, August 21st, 2025. Stick-to-itiveness. That is the word of the day. Stick-to-itiveness. That is an old school word. A lot of people may not know that word, but it's a word I learned growing up. They told me I had it and I needed to have it. And if I was going to accomplish my big goals, my big dreams, I have it. But stick-to-itiveness is defined as the quality of being persistent and determined, especially in the face of difficulty or obstacles. Synonym could be perseverance. One more time, stick-to-itiveness is defined as the quality of being persistent and determined, especially in the face of difficulty or obstacles, otherwise known as perseverance. Listen, guys, I watched a dear brother, a professional revolutionary brother. I watched him over the last 9 months willingly go into the homeless shelter. Right, he had a place to live. Right, it was with family, but he had a place to live, and he's like, nope, I need my own. I'm trying to get my own place. It's been very difficult this regular way. He checked himself into the shelter system. I'm gonna go into the shelter system, but he had a plan. He didn't just go, oh, I hope I get some housing. No, I'm gonna work this thing. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna do boom, 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 boom. And in 9 months, he did boom, 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 and the motherfucker got his crib. The motherfucker got his crib. He did it with such grace. He did it with such humility. He did it with such honor. He did it with such passion. He was focused on connecting with other brothers in the system and being a light and realizing that he had a role there. Right now, I'm not just here just to, no, I got a role here. Right. And in doing that, he did a whole bunch of other shit. He became a marriage officiant, right? He did a bunch of other dope shit. Like he made every curfew. He was he left, leaving events, leaving chill time, leaving. Y'all gotta leave. I gotta go make my curfew. I gotta go over here. I gotta, like, no, I can't make that. I got this appointment. I got that appointment. Like, I can't even put into words how inspired I am to have watched him do that, right? To have watched him put himself there. Like, I've been in prison. I haven't been in the shelter, but I know people have been in the shelter. And you get some bad stories. You get some stories that's but you get some bad stories. Some shit happens. And a lot of people fuck up their shelter, right? They fuck up their chance at an apartment through the shelter because they leave, right? There's a fight. This happens. They don't make the curfew. They mad at this person is taking too long. This process is too. This brother handled all that shit. He became brothers with people in the shelter, right? Like, it was incredible, man. But yeah, he secured housing for himself, and to watch that, to bear witness to that process was absolutely amazing and inspiring. And yeah, I'm just honored to know him and to call him my brother, because that means that, right, as they say, how you do one thing is how you do all things. How you do one thing is how you do all things. And with that, right, because we're talking about stick-to-itiveness and that's a quality that he has, let's talk more about this quality, right? I want to talk more about this quality of stick-to-itiveness, right? Again, is the ability to continue working towards a goal even when it's challenging or unpleasant. Again, I haven't been in a shelter, but from the stories I've heard and what folks could imagine, could be pretty accurate, right? What you imagine could be pretty accurate. It's very unpleasant and very challenging. Very unpleasant. Again, you're sleeping around a bunch of men. If you're a man in a men's shelter, sleeping around a bunch of men. All right. Some folks get they go to the shelter and they get put in like a hotel or an apartment. That's their shelter. Great. The majority of folks is in, like they say, like a dorm, right? You get a dorm. Sometimes you get a room and you get 2 people, maybe 3 people, but there's a lot of still where it's an open dorm and you got, you know what I mean, like 50 people, 60 people, 40 people, whatever the number is, sleeping. in the same space, like that could be extremely challenging, extremely unpleasant and unsettling, but he did it, right? So key aspects to stick-to-itiveness is persistence, continue to work towards a goal despite setbacks or challenges, determination, a strong will and resolve to see something through, tenacity, holding firmly to a course of action, not giving up easily, overcoming obstacles, the ability to persevere even when faced with difficulty or unpleasantness. And I just had to say that this brother, my brother, our brother, Brother Frank Brown, is a 100% example of what it means to possess stick-to-itiveness. So I just wanted to celebrate him on this morning. Clap it up for our dear brother, man. Show him some love. Show him some love. And he has, he's an incredible brother, man. Yo, light-skinned Melissa, what's going on? What's going on? The womb is fem. What's going on? Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Word up. Big ups, brother. Word, word, word. Let's move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, need to know news of the day. Target CEO has stepped down. Target CEO has stepped down because the shit is over. Target is falling apart. Target is absolutely falling apart. Hold on one second. I pulled up one article. I need to pull up another. Hold on. Because we're gonna read and we're gonna talk about Target. You heard? Because we're gonna talk about Target, baby. We are gonna talk about Target. First, if we go back in March, February, March, Target lost $12 billion, right? Lost $12 billion. June 5th, 2025, Target loses $12 billion. Biggest boycott since Montgomery bus protest. People stopped shopping at Target. People stopped. It was like, nah, Target is done. Right? Why is Target done? Let's read. And what's being widely recognized as the most impactful Black-led boycott since the Montgomery bus boycott of the 1950s, Target has suffered a staggering $12 billion loss in market value. The ripple effects were swift. Stock prices tumbled, and the company's CEO saw his salary slashed by nearly half. That's you hit him in the fucking pockets, right? Like I speak all the time about cutting salaries. How do you cut salaries? These people aren't going to willingly cut their salaries. You got to boycott. Like, stop using this shit. Like, we need to, like, I'm with, like, we need to figure out MTA boycott, right? I know things are a little tougher. People are working further away than they were in the 1950s from home. There's a lot more, right? New York is different than Montgomery. Things are a little different, but we could implement MTA boycott, right? But let's keep reading, right? Let's keep reading. This is absolutely incredible. And it all started with a unified community refusing to spend. That's it. We just refuse to spend. Like, I'm not going to Target. And I wasn't a big Target person, right? So for me, it was a little easier. Other things maybe a little more challenging, right? But people did this shit, man. People did this shit. At the heart of this movement is a renewed focus on economic justice and buying power, led by Black organizers and everyday consumers who decided enough was enough. The digital front lines were powered by platforms like Myria, a Black-owned marketplace app that promotes shopping from Black businesses and creators. Their viral posts and grassroots messaging helped ignite a widespread movement calling for economic withdrawal from companies perceived to be failing the Black community. Target being a key focus. This boycott didn't just trend, it translated into billions of dollars in real economic consequence. While Target has yet to release a full statement addressing the financial fallout, the damage is already done. More importantly, the message has been delivered. Black consumers are not to be overlooked or taken for granted. The comparisons to the Montgomery bus boycott are more than symbolic. That historic protest lasted over a year and reshaped American civil rights. Today's version happened in the digital world, but the strategy is rooted in the same core principle. Collective financial action leads to real accountability. The success of this boycott is a blueprint for future organizing. It shows that through tech, social platforms, and intentional spending, Black economic power can shift markets. It also highlights the importance of supporting Black-owned alternatives like Myria, which not only gives consumers a place to shop with purpose, but also reinforces a vision for long-term community sustainability. And there's another article I want to read from AP, Associated Press. Target CEO to step down amid company struggles. Fuck these niggas. Pardon my language. Target, this is from August 20th, right? So this is from yesterday. Target named an insider as its next chief executive officer Wednesday, a decision that comes as the discount retailer tries to reverse a persistent drop in sales and to revive its reputation as the place to go for affordable but stylish products. Minneapolis-based Target CEO Brian Cornell, who has led the company for 11 years, will step down on February 1st. The board of directors chose Chief Operating Officer Michael Fidelke, a 20-year Target veteran, to succeed him. So he'll be stepping down February 1st, but he's stepping down. He can't take it. He can't handle it. The heat is on. The pressure is on. Motherfuckers is folding, but motherfuckers always fold. When we stick together, when we unite, when we pull our dollar out, motherfuckers always fold. It's always going to come tumbling down. We got to have the stick-to-itiveness, right? We talking about stick-to-itiveness. We just got to have the stick-to-itiveness to do it, the balls, the guts to do it, to say, you know what, I'm not shopping there no more. Find another way, right? Again, some things may be harder for some people than others. I get it for various reasons, and everybody's reasons is quote-unquote valid, but sometimes you got to think about the bigger picture. And I'm saying that to myself right now as I recognize some things that I may be engaged in that may be not beneficial, right, or not the best. Some stuff I could stop spending on, right? So we're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there, but I'm very, very, very proud of us. Target, which has about 1,980 U.S. stores, has struggled to find its footing since inflation caused pinch shoppers to curtail their That's not what it is. Not cool. Yeah, they lying. They said inflation caused pinch shoppers. You're trying to say inflation caused poor people to stop spending there. That's not what happened. What happened is they rolled back their motherfucking DEI policy, and we said we ain't spending with you motherfuckers no more. That's what happened. I like Associated Press normally, but this is some bullshit, right? This is some bullshit. But it's all good. We can't expect them to always tell the full truth, right? And that's okay. We know the deal. We know what it is. We know what's happening and what caused this. What caused the $12 billion loss. What caused the freaking CEO to ultimately step down amongst the pressure, right? But yeah. I wanted to share that with you guys, man. I think that's necessary news. I think we could pat ourselves on our back, right? Those who have been boycotting Target, right? Yo, Fitz, the world citizen, what's going on, good brother? Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in, good brother Fitz. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, good brother. Peace and love. And let's move right along, guys, to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, as always, is a tip of the day. Today's tip is find uncomfortable positions to put yourself in that won't kill you and be there. It's a saying, it said pain leads to growth. Struggle, right, leads to success. Struggle makes you grow. Struggle fortifies you. It refines you, right? Struggle builds you. 100% true. Most people, most of us, most humans wait for a struggle to happen, right? Most of us, we live our lives in our comfort space most times, right? Most of us, we are in our comfort zone, our comfort bubble, and we wait for challenges to happen. We wait for struggles to occur, and then we're like, yeah, I'm going to be stronger through this. I know I'm going to get stronger through this. I know it's all good. But what if you could willingly put yourself in an uncomfortable position? Right, me and Mona was speaking about this a year ago, right? Damn near, right? 10 months ago, something like that. We went hiking, and we were talking about people say couples, right? Marriages, couples, they got to go through a struggle to grow. Again, agreed. Most people, when they talk about struggle amongst couples, they're talking about financial struggles. They're talking about health struggles, right? They're talking about intimacy struggles, parenting struggles and challenges, communication struggles, right? You can get through it, you can grow, absolutely. But a lot of times it's struggle love, right? A lot of times what people are actually defining as struggle love, which again is sometimes it be like that. But what Mona and I found out when we went hiking, and that was the pretty much second great struggle that we had, was on that hiking trip, right? We envisioned 2-3 hours, maybe 4 hours, take a nice walk, sit down. We had our yoga mask, and sit down, lay under the sun, eat some snacks, drink some juice, and right, we was gonna chill. But that's not what happened. We ended up hiking for 7.5, almost 8 hours damn near. All right. Sun going down, my body aching up, she getting cold. We saw the freaking animals coming from the fucking hill, vicious pit bull behind us, walking on people's property. It clearly racist. They got the flags and they got the freaking beware, you could get shot, right? That was a struggle. That was a struggle that built us, right? Prior to that, we had a struggle. We hit a fucking bear, right? Driving, hit a fucking bear upstate. I hit a fucking bear, car goes up, boom, boom, right? We got to manage that. No need to be yelling, yo, why you wasn't, yo, why you didn't, why you were supposed to be helped. And no need for none of that. No, whoa, what happened? All right, everybody's good. Young people are good. Right, what do we do? Who do we call? Right, navigate it. So, two struggles in the first 2-3 months of our relationship kind of set the groundwork. Like we communicate, we talk, we're patient with each other. Right, like there's no need to. Right. So yeah, struggle builds you. Right, struggle builds relationship, but it doesn't always have to be the freaking grand struggles of like me against you and we're working through all of this stuff. It could be just simple like putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, right? Like a hike, like any type of thing adventurous, right? Any type of emotional challenge, right? Which is why like certain activities, certain retreats, certain brotherhoods, certain sisterhoods, they work because they are emotionally challenging or mentally challenging. They push you. You got to be pushed, right? That's ultimately what it is. You got to be pushed. You got to be stretched. You got to be stretched to grow, right? That's essentially what it is. And so yeah, like that's the tip. Again, find uncomfortable positions, which is why like I think people who exercise, right? They say the couples who work out together stay together, right? You exercise together, you push, especially when like one person may or both may be just starting and they're not experts, and like you push yourself past those discomforts, past those moments of discomfort, like those times when you like, I don't want to do this shit no more. This shit is hard. I can't do it. And you do it, that does something to you as an individual. You're doing it with your partner. That does something to you guys as a couple, right? As a unit, as an item. So yeah, find uncomfortable positions to be in that won't kill you, and put yourselves there, man. Please, like, go through them. You'll be glad that you did, right? And let's move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day. Today's fourth segment of the day is our build of the day, as always. In today's build, we're gonna talk about last night, man. Yesterday, I was invited to the campaign launch and meet and greet here in Astoria for Mary Jo Bida. Mary Jo Bida is a Bangladesh-born, long-time LIC resident. Been living here for over 20 years, 25 years. Been in the neighborhood, Long Island City, in Astoria, raising her family, right? A wife, a mother. She's absolutely phenomenal. An educator, right? A student at CUNY at LaGuardia College. She was a student here, taught at some schools in the neighborhood. But she's running for Assembly District 36, representing Astoria, Long Island City. This is major. I was there at her campaign launch yesterday. Mona and I, she invited us personally. Saw some old friends, man. Saw some old friends, some old colleagues, some old comrades in this fight, in this activism, in these political streets. Yeah, it was dope, man. She's running for the seat that Mamdani currently holds. So Zohran Mamdani, who is like probably the most prominent political figure in the country right now, he's running for mayor, but he's currently an assembly member, and he's the assembly member in this district, my district, District 36. So she's running to fill that seat. He's most likely going to win. He'll be the next mayor. She's running to fill that seat. And she's dope, man. I think like Mary ran 5 years ago, 2020, 2021, she ran, and I was supporting her then, and I'm supporting her again now. I'm supporting her. I will support her with my money. I will donate to her campaign. I will volunteer for her. I will use my social media platforms as I'm doing now, in person, talking to people about her, like helping her with events, speaking, whatever's necessary. Yesterday, I spoke at the event, and I think that again, she's fought for housing, public housing specifically. She's fought for access to quality food for people in public housing specifically, right? Like the whole neighborhood, but she's been in Queensbridge, like she's been in Ravenswood. She's been in public housing with me, right? She's been talking to folks. I remember her first campaign, she was outside, like we did some work, and then I left, and then I looked online. She was outside talking to people like 10:30, 11 at night, right? People like, yo, we got this lady over here. She running for office. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. She's outside still. I'm like, yo, that's dope. But it was a testament to her love. Mary Jo Bida came with us freaking to D.C. I forgot about that. She came with us to D.C. when we did the trip, the bus trip, taking young people to D.C. She came with us. She was on that bus, right? And she supported us, right? She's been active. And I said yesterday, she has been, I'm 41 years old. I've been living in Long Island City since 39, right? Since 39, for 39 years. Since I was 2. In 39 years that I've been in this area, There has not been a candidate nor an elected official that I've seen more in the neighborhood than I've seen Mary Jo Biden. Right? I've seen her here. I've seen her here. I've seen her here. I've seen her mornings, nights, afternoons. I've seen her when it was a party and it was a festival. Right? She was at the vegan festival. She was at the Friday event. So he was doing food and clothes, and right. She's been at those, but she's also been in the trenches, in the public housing buildings, in the apartments. Right? She's been in people's apartments. She's been taking photos. She's been going live. Right? She's been marching down to the management office, demanding that people get their apartments taken care of, people's apartments get fixed, right? She's done that. She said something yesterday that I was telling Mona about that blew my mind when she ran in 2021, when she was running. She was running against Kathy Nolan. Kathy Nolan was the former assembly member. Kathy Nolan was the assembly member since I was born, literally since 1984. Since 1984, in 2020, Kathy Nolan was the assembly member for 36 years. There was no term limit. 36 years as assembly member. Most of those years, she went unopposed. Nobody ran against her. Nobody ran against Kathy Nolan for most of her career. Insane. And all of that is not just because nobody was involved. It's because there was a lot of dirty politics, right? There was a lot of fucking corruption for people, right? Suppressing voices and all of that shit was going on. I wasn't aware of it, obviously, growing up, but like getting involved, I saw that shit. So yeah, so like it was tough, but Mary ran against her. In the face of opposition, in the face of great challenges. She has stick-to-itiveness. She did not win, right? Kathy Nolan won, but then Kathy Nolan ended up losing to Mamdani, right? Zoran came in and he cleaned that seat up real quick. And yeah, but Mary Jo Biden, remember the name, look at her name, right? When you see her name, support her, right? Again, look her up, read her policy, read what she cares about, education, equitable education, right? Housing, healthcare, right? Economic empowerment, access to quality food, right? But yeah, study her, read her, learn her. If you're in the district, get involved. If you're not in the district, get involved. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Mary Jo Biden for Assembly District 36. We need her to represent us in Albany. She is fiery. She is intelligent. She is charismatic. She is soft. She is loving. She is warm. Kimona says she gives great hugs, right? Kimona says she gives great hugs, and she does. Like I told her, I said, yo, every time I've seen her, every time I've been around her, her energy has always been soft. It's always been pure. It's always been loving. It's always been warm. It's always been inviting. It's always been welcoming, right? So yeah, that's who I endorse. I'm endorsing Mary Jo Biden, Assembly District 36 here in Long Island City in Astoria. Let's go get the seat, right? Let's go get the seat, man. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to do, but we could do it together as a society. We could do it together as a community. This is our next assembly person. Again, District 36 currently is occupied by Zoran Mamdani. He is my assembly member. He is currently running for mayor. You all know him. I'm telling you guys, the next person that you guys need to know on a localer, more local level is Mary Jo Biden. She's assembly. She'll represent us in Albany. I think she'll do a phenomenal job. Again, she is a mother. She is a wife. She is an educator. She was a student here in Long Island City. She raised her children here in Long Island City. She's been engaged with me in my community. I've seen her in other communities. Again, morning, night, midday, party, celebration, or doing the hard work, you know, in the public housing apartments, in Queensbridge apartments, freaking looking at all of the stuff and looking at ceilings falling apart and mice and all of the things. She's been there. So again, she got my support, my full support. She has my vote. She has my endorsement. And yeah, we're going to go make history. She will be the first, when she wins, she will be the first Bangladesh-born woman to hold a seat. Never happened before. Again, the person a couple years ago, Kathy Nolan, she was the freaking assembly member for 36 years. 2020, when Mary Jo Biden ran against her, I was like, yo, and I didn't know that. Like, I knew she'd been the assembly person for a long time. I knew, like, nobody really knew her. The only reason I knew her because I got involved in this work, peace activism and community building. But nobody really knew her. But when I looked, I said, yo, she won the election in 84. I was born in 84. She was the assembly person my whole freaking life. Insane. But again, Zoran changed that. Now Mary Jo Biden is going to pick up the torch and she's going to become the first Bangladesh-born woman to hold the assembly for District 36, and I'm sending love and I'm sending light. And guys, with that, that's our show. Yo, live out loud. What's going on? Live loud. What's going on, brother? Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in, my good brother. Death being shot. What's going on? Peace and love. But listen, guys, that is our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. This is episode 437 of SR Daily. Episode 437. Listen, please do join us tomorrow. Same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. Tomorrow we will be closing out week 88. 88 weeks on air, 88 weeks. Bring you guys the show 5 days a week, Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Make sure you enjoy this Thursday. And remember, it's not getting knocked down that's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love.